Start your tempers. It's that simple. They were on full display at the chase for the championship, got underway in New Hampshire. Lap 165, Kyle Busch takes out Casey Kane. Well, that didn't please last year's Rookie of the Year. He intentionally wrecked Busch without hesitation and then gave this explanation.
If people are going to run you over for no reason and, think they're going to get away with it, then you just go out there and ruin their day, too. I think that's the best way to do it.
Then during a caution on lap 191, Michael Waltrip and Robbie Gordon got tangled, ending Gordon's day, at least his driving. Gordon returned to the track. Bang! Right at Waltrip, who returned with an obscene finger gesture from such a pristine young lady. Well, actually, Gordon explained
Everybody
afterward.
thinks Michael's this good guy. He's not the good guy like he actually is. The caution was out, and he wrecked me. And he's a piece of
Wow, how does he really feel?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Robbie Gordon was fined $35,000. Casey Kane $25,000. Waltrip $10,000 for that. Back to Casey Kane, what he said basically: if you're not going to finish the race, I'm not going to finish the race, and they went at each other. I mean, do you go out of your game plan sometimes to take guys out in sports?
Oh my, yeah, it happens. It happens. I mean, NASCAR has turned into the new contact sport, man. This is unbelievable. But yeah, it does happen where guys have some animosity or they feel like they got a cheap shot, put on them, and they go out and retaliate, and that's exactly what's happening. But it does happen in sports.
Now, when all of the sports went up to Senate, they didn't have NASCAR drivers go up to Senate because those guys need to be drug tested.
Exactly.
He's out there, those guys out there driving 200 miles an hour, and he's standing on the course. I'm surprised he didn't get hit by a car.
Those guys need to be urinating in a cup.
I agree. Exactly.
Randy?
I think they are high. I think they need to be tested.
Dude, you got to take that off. Thank you.
It's getting a little hot in there.
It does. In baseball, though, it happens all the time, whether it's retaliation or anything else. I mean, but I've never seen anything like this in your sport.
Yeah, but you know what? Throwing the helmet at the guy's car, I mean, you know what? That's stupid. Just go out there and drive hard and wreck the other guy's car if you have to, but that just makes you look like a wimp if you throw the helmet at the guy. Start fighting.
He's not a wimp. He's standing out in the middle of traffic.
No, they're under caution. They're going slow.
80 miles an hour?
Go out there when they're going 220.
Oh, come on.
Show me something.
You need to get drug tested. All right, from road rage to a huge road win for Kansas City. Our first guest ran for 75 yards and a score as the Chiefs improved to 2-0, winning in Oakland. Just another night at the office for this three-time Pro Bowler.
Touchdown, Preist Homes. Touchdown. Put up another one for Preist Homes. Easy does it for Preist Homes.
Please welcome Chiefs running back Preist Homes. Preist, how are you, man?
I'm doing real good. I'm in Kansas City, so I'm having a great time enjoying the victory, the spoils of war. It's really good to have a big win against Oakland.
Hey, Preist, Rodney here, man. Now, we just got finished talking about some surprising teams that got off to an 0-2 start. You guys are 2-0, riding high, big win, like you said, last night against Oakland. But you got hurt a little bit last night, man. You came off the field, but you went right back in. How much pain were you in last night?
Well, Rodney, I can tell you one thing. I can definitely say that it was somewhat familiar to what you may have gone through when those defensive ends are coming off the edge. Just one of those situations where I had somewhat of a pinched nerve, it seemed like, and for whatever reasons, I had no feeling in my arms. But, of course, that subsided very quickly, and I was right back in the game.
You know what, Preist? That's what I admire most about you, your toughness. I mean, you're only about 5'9", but you love going in between the tackles. You like dishing out the punishment. Why is it that you like taking that contact as opposed to some guys that seem to want to find the sidelines real quickly?
Well, I think you just have to find your niche somehow, and whatever that may be, whether it's speed, whether it's size, but just your ability to be aggressive is one of the big things that I tried to take advantage of.
Preist, how you doing? It's Jalen Rose. I'm a big-time fan.
How's it going?
Real good. I'm a big-time fan of the KC Chiefs. Actually, I use you guys on John Madden football a lot. And
well, let me ask you one question. I have one question for you. Whose jersey do you have?
On the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yes.
Actually, I got yours.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Throw me a little love.
Larry Johnson, not the Larry Johnson of UNLV, Grandmama. You sharing carries with him so far this season. Are there enough carries to go around in KC? It works good on PlayStation, but how does it work in real life?
Well, during an actual game, Jalen, it actually works out very well due to the fact that there's so many number of snaps that you have. You have about 70 snaps. So in terms of the ball being evenly distributed between Larry and myself, it's never going to be a problem.
Preist, Rob Dibble, and you have one of the best quarterbacks on your team. Nobody seems to talk about him. Tell us how good Trent Green is.
Well, it's a number of things that Trent does well, and in terms of being a leader, that's the first and most important thing that he does well as a quarterback. But also, he knows the entire offensive package, and that gives us the ability to feel very comfortable, so that when I forget a play, I can look at Trent and ask him, "What is it?"
That's a good thing.
So no one ever has to worry.
I remember helping out a lot of guys who forgot the plays in time I played. Hey, I always remember. I'm quarterback, remember, man? Come on. Hey, man, speaking of KC, when you mention the Chiefs, everybody talks about the offense, how you guys can light it up. You run for a lot of yards. Trent Green throws for a lot of yards. But in the first 2 games, it's been your defense that's really surprised people. What's the biggest difference between this year's defense and last year's defense?
Well, the biggest difference is the fact that they're playing a lot more aggressive. And I feel that with the talent that we've acquired, also having a fellow Longhorn in the backfield there for the linebackers, it makes a big difference in terms of how aggressive they can be. So they're taking advantage of the new players that we have.
Preist, early in the segment, we talked about Randy Moss. What was Coach Vermeil's game plan against Moss? Because I see he got off against you guys 5 catches for over 100 yards.
He had a big play, a very big catch, and that's what's expected of Randy Moss. But the biggest thing you can do versus him is to keep him off the field. And I think when it came late in the 4th quarter, they couldn't get to him because we had him triple team, and then we had a chance to put our offense back on the field.
Hey, Preist, I always wonder, what is it like playing out in Oakland, especially during a night game? I mean, do the fans really get nuts?
Well, I can tell you this, that it's pretty scary in terms of the types of costumes that they pull out. Halloween comes a little bit sooner there in Oakland.
Would you ever dive into the black hole? Let's say that next year you score a game-winning touchdown in overtime. Would you ever just dive in there just to celebrate?
No, definitely not. I wouldn't even give them the opportunity to attack me like that. I think that they would have so much fun. You think when you're on the bottom of a pile and you get stepped on, you get choked, you get poked in the eye, I think they would be doing somewhat similar things to me.
Hey, Preist, we know how good you are on offense, and your stadium is so close to the Kansas City Royals or stadium. You think you could go over there and help them on offense a little bit?
Not at all. I think they got enough troubles on their own, and I'm just going to leave that to them. But
it couldn't get any worse.
In terms of the Chiefs, we're going to take care of business on our end.
All right, well, you guys are 2-0. Let's fast forward to Week 7. You're going to face off against a former college teammate at Texas, Ricky Williams. Have you been in touch with him recently?
No, haven't had a chance to talk to him. The last time I talked to him was a month before he retired. We were doing a signing show there in Chicago, and that was the last time I had an opportunity to talk with him.
You surprised that he came back?
Not surprised, because when you owe $8 million, you got to go where they're paying.
That's what I
For real.
I like it. Way to look at it financially. That's smart. All right, before we get out of here, we know obviously you have great ties to Texas, and Longhorns right now number 2 in the poll behind Rodney Peete's USC Trojans. Now, let's just say that in the championship game, in the Rose Bowl on January 4th, they happen to meet against one another. Let's say that if your Longhorns win, Rodney has to wear this. I'm holding up the Texas jersey. And then if the Trojans somehow win, then you'll wear Rodney's old number 16. Is that fair the next time you come on the show?
That's very fair, and I'll hold him to it.
Right on. Hey, Preist, I know you can't see me right now, but it's not like this. It's like this, baby. The victory side.
Come on, you can give us the hook'em horns, just for old time's sake. Let's see it.
Here it goes. Hook 'em.
That's nice. No. Yeah, that's a lot better than your.
No, they
what
got
is
it
it?
wrong.
Fight for victory.
They got it wrong.
Oh, no.
What is that thing? Whatever it is.
Your peace sign.
Priest, we appreciate the time. Best of luck next Monday night against the Denver Broncos. We'll talk to you again soon. All right, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Rodney, you want to try this on? Just get ready for it. Here you go.
I don't have to get ready for it, but I'll keep it though. I'll keep it. But
That's a tough color.
after we beat up on Arkansas like we did, come on, man.
Are they still Division I?
We're unstoppable.
All right, whatever. You know what? You guys feasted on the competition over the weekend. Time right now for us to feast on a little Hooters. So please welcome 2 of the Hooters girls back to the show, Jessica and Randy, delivering the goods. See, Jalen, you come here and we feed you. Guys, stop at your local Hooters. Pick up a whole bucket, all right? We are coming back with much more, so hold tight.
Still to come, New York City native Michael Rapaport breaks down the Yankees' chances of making baseball's big dance. Plus, Phillies got a new kicker. Same old for USC. And Dontrell makes news with his bat. We fill you in on things you might have missed over the weekend. But up next, a royal visit from George Brett. Can Barry Bonds make a giant difference in the playoff race? That's all when the best damn sports